The following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbp-radio.com.
Sup, dude, and good morning. This is Tank Lettieri speaking into a microphone here out of Emerge Media Creators Co-op on this fine, beautiful Monday morning. As you know, if you tune in from last Thursday's special, we're going to Monday Night Raw tonight. So that's why we're here on this beautiful morning. So to my left, I am joined by the one and only Brother Bren. He got his fucking
Got my
mug
coffee. Where's your
Ice,
coffee at?
Cold coffee. Hey, I already had 3 mugs this morning, brother. I'm ready to rock and roll.
3.
Nah, I only had my one straight black coffee, get the day going.
That's gross. Need creamer in mine.
Yeah, just give it a couple years. You'll get there.
No, sir.
Wakes you up faster. Runs your system pretty good.
Not my system. There's too much going on up here.
Oh, okay. Nonetheless, we want to welcome back
What?
the one and only on the ones and twos.
2s and 1s.
The man, the myth, the legend, Rich Moranto. Welcome back to the program. There he is. Morning.
I'm here. And I got to go with Brennan. Cream in your coffee is just that Italian sweet cream from.
Oh, yeah.
That's the best.
You guys threw some of that mayo in your coffee, or
No. Wrong cream.
No,
you just
Creamer.
not sure about that?
that's it.
Oh, I'm sure.
So if I look in that can of mayo coffee, there's
Maybe
It's not gonna be open.
maybe a finger swab, just a little taste what it was, but you
all
know.
right, we don't got to get into that. But anyways, what do we got on tap today? We have some NBA news.
Finally, we'll talk about the National Basketball Association. Yeah,
That season never ends either.
it doesn't. 24/7, 365.
What? We also have Monday Night Raw to talk about tonight. We'll dive into that a little bit in Buffalo, New York at the KeyBank Center. And also, this is what we've been waiting for months. Today marks 59 days away till the NFL season. Kansas City Chiefs and the Detroit Lions kick off Thursday Night Football.
Crawling our way there.
So with that being said, this is personally my favorite time of the year on this show. This is the time where we start breaking down each division. And today, we got to start from worst to the best, right?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, Atlanta Falcons, Carolina Panthers, New Orleans Saints, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans.
I'm not.
We're starting with the NFC South today. New segment, by the way. Because last year we just went over our divisions, with just the fans' perspective and point of view,
Yeah.
the sports stooge way of life, looking at it. This time we got a guy that did some research.
What are you talking about?
We'll get into that later on.
'Cause you didn't tell me nothing about this. I'm just here.
We'll get into that
Jeez.
in a little bit. But how's everyone's weekend? What do we do? Anything cool? It's been a while since we caught up with old Moranto here.
Yeah, what'd you do?
I golfed and got a new grill.
Okay.
I got a Blackstone.
Oh,
Okay.
shit. Everyone's beginning. I know Buffalo Dill got one last year. He fucking loves it.
Yep. No, you can cook eggs on it. I haven't done that yet, but
Should give it a
Should
go.
have done it.
Should have
today.
done it this morning.
Should have brought it in.
You should-
they're like, you got to be careful not to move it too much. They say
Oh.
it screws up the filaments or something.
Yeah. Well, shout out to you getting a new grill in your golf game. You kind of just snuck it under the rug. You mentioned it, but
My golf game's pretty damn good this year.
Uh-oh.
I'm not gonna say I'm not going pro. I'm not making the Porter Cup or something, but my golf game's really stepped it up this year. I'm doing pretty happy with my chipping's good.
okay.
Not getting in trouble. Made a couple
No?
subtle changes to my swing,
All right.
keeping it in the fairway.
I just seen the Ringer this past weekend. Either Johnny Knoxville
Oh yeah.
sneaking into Special Olympics, that movie.
Yep.
You
Oh,
should
no.
just go full gray on top of your head. You know, just walk around with a cane and go join the Senior Open and just fuck them up. That's what you should do.
I think I couldn't even beat those guys. You know,
They're pretty solid.
they're still pretty solid. I mean,
Yeah.
they're like
John Deere Open.
The John Deere Open.
that's
Yeah, that was yesterday.
Fucking what's his face?
John Deere.
What do you like? Drop 23 or some shit.
Yeah, we didn't watch the rest of that, but that was
This dude's fucking
hugely.
killing. Imagine having dropped 16 and you come in third.
It's
Yeah.
ridiculous how good these golfers are nowadays. Like obviously some of it's technology. You know, the clubs are different, the balls are different,
Yeah.
but the physique of golfers now is like. I remember watching golf
they're
when I was a kid,
athletes.
and they were all like overweight. They looked like your dad golfing. You know, like just a little bit, maybe like maybe you could
Yeah.
work out on Tuesday and Wednesday before you go golf. Now they're all like ripped and like they're all
Properly
just,
jocked.
yeah, they're
What?
staking just and their momentum and everything. There's just so much, the technique is. So
We're
much
gonna get
better
you
now.
there. We're gonna get you there.
I don't know about that. No. I don't want to work that hard. Fuck it.
All right. Nonetheless,
Yeah, all right.
let's get into the new segment, shall we?
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we like to call the Pundit's Playbook.
Wait a second. You confused me. I thought that was later. So I play the pundits. Wait. I'm looking at my list.
Here we go.
I'm looking at my list. I feel like
Welcome
you
to the
went out
show.
order here. So what are we playing? Pundits Playbook?
Yeah.
And then my video? I got to play two videos back to forth?
We're doing this live.
I just want to be clear. I'm looking at the text message
yes,
here.
So
Yeah, I'm a little confused.
we went over the good morning intro, right? I asked everyone how their weekend was, and now we're here.
Okay, here
talked
we are.
about
So
all
now
the
we're doing
topics.
Pundits Playbook. I got to play
So-
one graphic and then another graphic.
Welcome to the program.
Hey, I take a week off.
Welcome back.
I'm going to argue that that's the text messages, because it says debut segment division previews in the first bullet there.
Yeah,
I'm just going to
I
say that
mentioned,
threw
I
me off.
mentioned
a
that
little
was on
bit.
tab.
Okay, threw me off a little bit, man.
Welcome back.
Hey, it's Monday morning.
So
I'm
the-
having
so
2 cups
the-
of coffee.
So for you guys follow at home as well. Right now he's gonna play the graphic. Me and Brennan are gonna into this one.
Hello
right,
out
here we
there,
are.
Tank Talk fans. I'm
No,
Rich
run it.
Moranzo, the Italian stallion. What? I just played the Pundits Playbook.
We went over this.
Uh,
Start the show over. Run it back.
start over?
Keep it live. We're starting from the top.
Okay.
Shit, so
You said. I don't know. I missed the staff meeting or something. So.
Welcome.
what the
Hey,
hell you got in that car?
listen, this is why we don't do it in the morning, okay?
Yeah.
I guess this is
bad.
the last.
This,
First and last time we do this in the morning.
this is almost as bad as my segment.
That I don't even know about.
The bid
Tell
is-
me what
the
to do.
bid is up.
Just give me
bid is up.
specific directions. That's all I
So,
can handle.
pundits-
And you want me to be a pro golfer.
The Pundit's Playbook. Okay, this is the segment where we preview every division, one division per week leading up to the week 1 of the NFL season.
Got it.
So me and Brennan are going to give our takes.
You're
and
doing
share
yours
and
first.
share our predictions, and then we're going to send it over to our stats savant,
Got
Jacob Martineau,
it. All right.
who we definitely seen on screen just now.
He was. He's a good-looking guy. All right.
Yeah, this episode is definitely a.
And once again,
A
I just
listen
want to
only.
say in these
the
bullets,
bit's dead.
there's no order. There's no order in how we were doing this in terms of who was going first.
Hey, fourth wall.
I thought we got
Broken.
it clear yesterday.
That was yesterday. That was like 20-something hours ago. Shit's happened since then.
All right.
You know?
Okay.
Well, go ahead. Let's pretend that
All
didn't
right.
happen.
All right, brother.
Now
Brandon.
it's time for Pundit's Playbook.
All right.
So we're going to play that again.
All right.
Awesome.
All right, brother Brendan. What's your thoughts on the NFC South this season?
Well, I think they're going to be the worst division in the league.
Clearly.
All right. That's why we're here. Oh, no. Let me get my my notes out. Not too much.
You got notes.
It's just the standings. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. So we'll go worst to the best in the division, what I got. If you could take a guess on who I have last,
I don't want to take any guesses.
I'll give you a nice handshake.
You just tell us.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers
Baker and the boys, man.
only have 3 wins.
Oh, you got pinpoint down to their wins and losses. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
This guy dove deep.
3-14.
He didn't have to do all that.
No, that's it.
He's
That's
taking the next step up. Real insiders here.
Yeah, I just looked at their schedules.
Who were they beating?
I don't remember.
Okay.
It was like 3 hours ago.
Okay.
Sorry.
Welcome. If you haven't been able to tell you, welcome to this fucking sports show.
We're best show all time. Anyways, we got the Falcons repeating once again 7-10.
Same as last season.
Same as last season. Also, the Panthers too, 7-10. Same thing.
Bryce Young coming at 7 wins. I mean, I feel like that's a decent rookie season.
Yeah, and plus they're kind of shifting, so I don't think they're going to win more than they did last season. They might, but that's just my thoughts.
Okay.
And then the Saints, winning record of 9-8. Just over.
Taking the division, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just barely. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy.
All right.
Smudge by.
I don't mind it because
You probably got the same thing. Unless you got the Falcons winning because
I
you're
don't.
crazy.
Nah, so this is where we go. We both agree Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking a little step backwards, okay?
They have to.
From worst, or no, the opposite. From first to worst team in the NFC South. Barely just snuck through the division last year. Won the division title last game of the season with a losing record. Got into the wild card playoff. This year, no Tom Brady, no season ticket sales. Okay?
None.
They went from one of the most expensive ticket season prices in the league to the very worst.
Damn. Big drop off.
One head of the Indianapolis Colts. So if you're, a Colts believer, go buy your stock in that right now.
Right now, do it.
But anyways, back to the NFC South. Their defense isn't as strong as they once were. They're all not on the same page. Devin White might be out, one of the best linebackers in the league. Requested a trade months ago. We don't know. Baker Mayfield's there. Kyle Trask could take his job.
What?
We'll see. So, Todd Bowles, I don't know what the fuck's going on in Tampa, but it's not looking good.
Yeah, too many question marks.
Third place, got the Atlanta Falcons.
Okay, here we go.
But I will say, as we're going through this division, they're not going to be as bad as they were last year. I don't personally think so. Maybe the Buccaneers are going to be, obviously they're going to be the worst team in this division, one of the worst teams in the league potentially, but overall as a division, they're going to be better. Atlanta Falcons, they showed some promise last season, right, with their Artie Smith and his run game.
Yeah, and then they got Bijan, and did they get Calais Campbell? Was that the Falcons?
They did get Calais Campbell. They did make some upgrades to the defense. Calais
Campbell,
and I believe either Jesse Bates or Von Bell. One of them went to Atlanta, the other went to Carolina.
I think they got Jesse Bates.
So they got Jesse Bates as safety.
Okay, so
upgrade on the defense. They did spend some money this offseason, bringing in some new guys, some veteran guys, but Desmond Ritter is coming in. We'll see where he stands. I think he's going to be okay. He's not going to be great. I don't even know if he's going to be good. He's going to be okay. He's going to be slightly better than Marcus Mariota, in my opinion.
Just an average quarterback. Nothing wrong with that, though.
And
doing his job.
That's sort of what he was in Cincinnati as a Bearcat.
Yes, sir.
So, Bijan Robinson's going to get the ball like 30 times.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see more action from Kyle Pitts, Drake London. We'll see what this young core does. I got him in third place. Second place, Carolina Panthers.
Okay.
They were solid last season. Very solid. They got a solid young core on both sides of the ball. In all three aspects, special teams, offense, and defense. We'll see.
Trying to make a new culture, though. That's tough.
Yeah, I mean, they got
Tough thing to do.
They got the big money coming in. Brought in some veteran receivers, Adam Thielen, DJ Shark. Got rid of DJ Moore. That's going to hurt them. But we'll see what their future could be promising with Bryce Young drafted number 1 overall. So we'll see where that goes. I got him finishing second place in the division. But let's not forget, okay, a lot of us forget that just because they had the number 1 overall pick, they weren't the worst team in the league last season. People forget that was the Chicago Bears. So let's keep that in mind. And then, lastly, I was super high on this team last season. We remember, if you guys, tuned in during the division previews last year in the offseason, I thought the Saints were going to be a dark horse Super Bowl pick.
You believe that again this season?
With old J-Mo Winston and the crew coming back. I mean, they brought in Honey Badger last year. He had a good season. They had to deal with injuries, this and that. Should hit the fan, so to speak, with the New Orleans Saints last season.
Yes, it did.
This season they bring in Derek Carr.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
More deep ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Well, Michael Thomas, we'll see. He's getting up there. He hasn't played that much. You know, he started the season off good last year. I had him on my fantasy team. Him and J-Mo Winston were a good combination for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And should have hit the fan for him again. Ever since Drew Brees won that Super Bowl with them, they've been shaky.
Yes, sir.
The New Orleans Saints curse might be back. We will see. But I think they got enough to get it done this year to get first place in the NFC South.
I hope so, because on paper, best team in the division.
No,
we said that last season too.
Yeah, I did a whole segment for the Saints. I broke down their whole team.
Here we go again.
I'm not going to do the same thing last year. I'm not going to go out and say they're my dark horse Super Bowl team, but I will say they got the NFC South, probably wild card team. If I had to guess, a lot of people haven't projected to go like number 1 seed and 2 seed.
No way.
I don't know about that. Chris Olave might come back and have another tremendous year, but I don't know about 1 and 2 seed. I definitely do see division winner, wild card, New Orleans Saints football team. So, what was our differences? Just the Panthers and the Falcons, huh? Second and third.
No, I think they were the same. I had Panthers second, Falcons
third.
third.
I thought you had. All right, look at us. Off to a good note here.
Well, I had them both 7 and 10, so I don't think it matters where they are.
So yeah, I didn't do the records yet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait till we get closer.
Yeah. It's all right.
But anyways, that's the takes from the Sports Stooges. Sports Stooge perspective of things.
Yes, sir.
Now here's the new part of this segment this year that you guys definitely don't know about.
I still don't know.
And you guys definitely didn't see on your screen.
Didn't see. I wasn't wearing my glasses. I couldn't see.
So, ladies and gentlemen, definitely in studio, we have a numbers guy now.
Oh, yeah?
He's our stats savant.
He actually is. I don't know why.
Big numbers guy.
Huge.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the floor and learn a little bit more about these teams and the NFC South and maybe where we could put our money at. Ladies and gentlemen, Jacob Money Martineau. Take it away, Jake.
Hello out there, Tank Talk fans. I'm Rich Moranzo, the Italian stallion statistician. And today I'm going to be breaking down for you the NFC South.
I've definitely seen
just
him
to be
before.
clear, I have painstakingly done all this research myself without the assistance of anyone, any additional support from any people with initials JM, nothing like that. This is all my own research. I own it. It's been copyrighted. I'm going to be going through and just kind of looking at some things, before I get into my notes, you'll notice on the dry erase board behind me, again at NFC South, the FanDuel Sportsbooks division winner odds. Vegas has got the Saints at a plus 135, Falcons at a plus
Granted,
220,
did you sabotage?
the
What'd you do,
Panthers at
Jake?
a 330, and then the Bucks at a 700. Again, that's
Jake
on FanDuel
called me at
Sports.
the last minute.
Please
and,
join our apps because I know that Jake is trying to make some money off that stuff. So let's get right into it. I don't have major issues with the stats, but let's break this down. Let's start with your Falcons.
Couldn't even make his damn debut. Come on.
Listen, 7-10 last year. Not great. But 15 of those 17 games were within one score. So, but again, when it comes right down to it, 7-10. They had $84 million in dead cap space. This year, that's only $11 million in dead cap. Mariota has
Man, I was
one of the
prepared.
worst quarterbacks last year, and they still won 7 games with an awful
guess
quarterback. They have added some defense. I think that they in the offseason they spent a lot of time
That's why I was so screwed
improving
up
their
this morning. I
defensive
was working
players.
so hard on this.
And they do have one of the best O-lines this year. And they also have the advantage that they have a really easy schedule. They're the second easiest schedule in the NFL. So as long as Ritter is competent, there's a chance that they can win over 9 games and take this division. So, I do feel like Atlanta is moving in the right direction. They've always been a competitive team. They've been around. So I think they're going to find a way to win. I even feel like last year the 7-10 doesn't really represent what the Falcons are good at. Let's move on to the Panthers. Let's face it, they got rid of their best wide receiver. He's gone. They traded away DJ Moore. I mean, what are you doing? In addition to wide receiver, but still weak wide receiver room and a rookie QB. So, I don't have high expectations of them. They do have an head coach, Frank Reich. Go Frank Reich. Go Bills. His records, and this is interesting, and this is a stat that I had a lot of fun researching myself, by the way. Week 1 to 5. In weeks 1 to 5, his rating is only 417. That's not very good. 10-14 in his weeks 1 to 5. After that, though, they get better. After that, for the second half of the season, they are definitely a second half of the season team. So if they can get themselves going early and not drop some games, who knows? His team starts slow. Combine that with a rookie QB and a tough schedule. They have a tough schedule. 4 of 6 games on the road against teams that are projected to have winning records. That's going to be tough for them on the road. However, after week 7 bye, they do face an easier schedule, so that second half of the season they should do pretty well. But they gotta win the games they have to win. I don't have a strong they don't have a strong connection, but Vegas has them with 7.5 wins, which sounds reasonable. But I'm gonna rank them. They have them ranking third, finishing third in the division. The Saints, again, a team with a great organization that definitely knows how to put things together. But let's face it, Michael Thomas is 30 years old, and he hasn't played 10 games in his last 3 seasons. So can you depend on him? And he's old. He's not getting better. Outside of Olivia, they're wide receivers, he's okay, he's good, but there's just not enough there. Kamara is likely to be suspended, so we probably aren't going to see him. FYI, don't go beat people up because you're just going to get suspended. They're ranked 10 worst in rushing efficiency in 2022 after ranking 5th worst in 2021. So they can't run the ball. They have to depend on Derek Carr more. And I'm not convinced that Derek Carr this is going to be the Derek Carr that everybody thought we were going to see in Vegas. Saints last used the NFL's lowest. Okay, so this one I got to read, so I don't want to screw up my terms again because I did all this research myself. The Saints last year used the NFL's lowest pre-snap motion on pass plays and used the NFL's third lowest rate of play action. Last year, when Carr didn't use play action, he ranked 32 in success, 40%, meaning Carr was bad when they didn't use play action, and the Saints don't use play action. So this is like a conflict. I'm not sure how this is going to work in him coming into a new system and a system that's not good. But the Saints do have the easiest schedule in the NFL. So maybe that will help a little bit. They have a good defense with a lot of talented players. And then Vegas has them at 9.5 wins. The division is between them and the Falcons. I have them finishing up. Well, I'm going to get to my ratings at the end. And finally, the Bucks. Screw you, Bucks. You know what? Their time, they had their few years. They spent a ton of money, but now they're going to pay for it. And they, of course, went out and picked up my favorite quarterback, Baker, who I think is completely overrated. I don't think he's good. I don't think he's going to be good. I don't think he's going to get better here. They lost a ton of players on the O-line to free agency. The defense is not good. They're paper thin. They lack depth. Their unique 3 games this year are starting against Philly, at Buffalo, and at San Fran. Again, I don't think Baker's any good. In their past 3 seasons, they scored 386 points in the fourth quarter and won 53% of their games when they trailed. But that was Tom Brady. That wasn't the Bucks. That was just Tom Brady literally picking up the Tampa Bay Buccaneers organization, throwing them on his back, and winning games that they probably wouldn't do this. Baker is not a fourth quarter quarterback. I don't think he's a first quarter quarterback, so probably not. Bad O-line. Tom Brady, he fixed everything because he was just throwing quick passes. Tom averaged 2.3 seconds to release the ball. NFL average is 2.64. Baker releases the ball after 2.77 seconds. That's an eternity. He gets sacked a lot, so he can cut the grass at the stadium like he was doing in those stupid commercials. Combine that with a bad OL, Baker's not good. He's not going to get better. This is not the organization that's going to bring Baker Mayfield back. So I see Baker struggling this year. Drives that take sack and score points at a dramatically lower rate. So, I just don't think that's going to improve. They punt 56% of the time. Okay, you're not winning games with that. They only scored at 22% of the time on their drives. They're terrible in the red zone with 20% in the red zone. And they averaged, an average of 1 point scored, when they go to the red zone. Bucks have to lean on the run more, which they don't do. They're ranked 38th in yards per carry. So they can't depend on the run because they don't run well. They haven't done anything to improve that. Once again, back to their O-line, they lost everybody. All defenses need to do is stop the run and pressure Baker, and then that's it. Baker will, be stinky as usual. So more sacks for Baker. So if you are playing, if you're betting, bet the sack over, when they're playing Baker. It's the second cheapest in the league, their O-line, so you get what you pay for. Vegas has them at 6.5 wins. I have them, and now let's get into my rankings, okay? So let's be honest. I think most everybody probably agrees that this division, it's going to be the Falcons, okay? I don't think they would win any other divisions, but they'll win this division. Second, I'm gonna put the Saints second. I know these two are in contradiction with what FanDuel has, but I do think, again, my research tells me that the Falcons going to win this. Saints are going to come in second. Panthers, the Panthers got a lot of work to do. They could theoretically go a little higher, but I really think they're going to come in third. And Baker and the Bucks, Enjoy the basement. You deserve it. You got your little Super Bowl. I hope you're happy. Hope you enjoyed it. Because now you're going to stink for many, many, many years to come. Because you had to buy that one Super Bowl championship. So once again, this is Rich Moreno, the statistician, the Italian stallion statistician. Worked hard on that name, so I hope you respect it. And I hope you respect this high-quality research that I have done. Notice the pronoun usage, that with no support or help from anyone else named Jake. And I really hope that you enjoyed my take on the NFC South. I want to make sure I didn't say division. The NFC South, and back to you guys in the studio.
Okay. Well, that definitely went
A lot of numbers.
That definitely didn't go as planned.
No.
But nonetheless, we appreciate I guess the Italian, Sicilian stallion statisticians.
Not Sicilian.
We appreciate your hours of research and I guess I don't know, looking into the numbers for us. You have anything to say? You have anything to say about
I'm
yourself?
just going to be looking over my shoulder because I think I'm going to get jumped in the parking lot one night when I leave. Someone's not going to be happy with me. I hate to say it. If I get jumped, it's on you. I'm an old man. I can't even defend myself.
I had nothing to do with this.
I don't know about that.
Hey, sports stooge like me cannot produce them numbers like that. So,
Well,
still baffled.
It looks like we have a comment in the comments. So, what are these people?
oh, they're jumping you already. Oh,
Dylan says Baker
going off this season. Okay, Dylan. Well,
Okay.
I don't know. So, like I said in my part, I don't know what that's gonna look like. I'm glad the numbers back it up though, and the analytics and the research back up our thoughts in terms of Baker Mayfield.
but the Falcons
Falcons
possibly taking the division.
So what stood out to you with I guess Moranto, what he broke down with the Atlanta Falcons? What stood out to you that I guess caught you off guard, other than them projected to win the division?
I mean, also makes sense because the second easiest schedule.
See, I didn't know that.
Me neither. Makes
Well,
sense
how
with
did
the
That's why you got to
not so good team. Yeah.
I wonder how it determines the second easiest schedule, like just like the opponents
Like the past
average win percentage or something. That's
Yeah.
my guess. I mean, what do I know?
It's just
I
going
don't
to be
know
power
the-
ratings.
I don't know the
too.
numbers.
Power rankings too. Like you can look
Yeah.
at power rankings in terms of how they rank up. There's stats for that. You can somewhere.
Oh, the stats guy saying their stats
somewhere
for that. Okay.
buried deep
Yeah.
on the internet, it's there.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Got to spend the
Someone
time,
is-
man. Got to
someone
put the
said-
time in.
Someone else found it. But, he read it.
Oh,
I'm starting to pick up what he's putting down. I think I'm starting to figure this thing out.
Okay.
Marty, we hope you're okay, man. Thoughts and prayers to you, brother. Because I mean, I thought he was in the building. How are you in two places at once?
I just,
Is that why we're all over he's in two places at once?
And you see how quick I changed my shirt?
I guess
Oh.
so.
I was, it's I can't reveal all my secrets.
So before we move on here, in
Please move on.
first segment of
And let's never talk about this again.
the first edition of the Pundits Playbook, because the reason why it's called the Pundits Playbook is because we're the pundits and we got the playbook to success, especially the Italian stallion statistician for this week at least. Marty, we hope you're coming back next week because we need you, pal.
yeah. I'm thinking we do.
Yes, we do.
But Brother Brennan, out of everything that was listed in that segment there, what stood out to you about the NFC South in terms of like the numbers and everything? Even the odds too are kind of interesting, like the betting odds.
I'm glad we could all agree the Bucks are gonna stink. Really ripping on the Bucks today. Sorry.
It's really wild how like the Tom Brady effect really causes him to
Yes.
I mean, we kind of seen it with New England.
But they had Belichick.
I don't think it was as bad because obviously they had Mac Jones went to the playoffs right after.
Yeah, that's true.
So we'll see what Baker and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do. But one thing that stood out to me was that, I could definitely back this stat up with the Carolina Panthers and Frank Reich. Just from him being, the Colts head coach past couple seasons, he definitely does start out. I don't know what the issue is. Every Colts team he was the head coach of started off slow. And then picked it up at the back half of the season, but at that point, more than half the time, it was too late. So, is this something we can do with the Carolina Panthers? And it looks like we got more comments coming in.
Dylan's got a lot to say.
Yeah, I guess so. Maranta, can you read that off for us? I can't read
We got Baker going off the season, which already mentioned. He wants me to be locked out. So he says, lock out Maranto.
Okay.
I don't disagree. Goodwin, Evans, Auden, White, more weapons than anybody in the division. Whole division might be 7-10, honestly, and Bucks could still make it.
That'd be awesome. But Tampa,
I agree with some of that.
Some of it, yeah. I think it's just because he lives in Tampa.
Probably.
We know this guy. This ain't no secret. We know there's a little bias behind it. He wants his city that he's living in right now. He wants them to do well because happy city, happy life, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I always liked Tampa, but I mean,
Hey, not this season.
even from the stats was saying their offensive line is they lost talent on the offensive line in free agency.
At least 2 or 3.
Their schedule's relatively tough. They got a couple tough matchups. I don't know if they'll be able to keep up, man. But hey, what the fuck do we know, right? We're not even at training camp yet.
Yeah.
But this is what it's all about, baby. So as it stands today, odds provided by FanDuel Sportsbook. For the NFC South division winner, the odds are standing at New Orleans Saints, the favorite, plus 135. Falcons, plus 220. Carolina Panthers, plus 330. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, plus 700. I believe that's the same numbers as mentioned during that breakdown of the numbers and everything. So next week, well, that was the NFC South. Good luck to the NFC South. Next week, we'll be going over the AFC South. Am I going to have some biases in that division? Yeah, I'm thinking so.
Is he going to wear gear too? Yeah, I'm thinking so.
Probably.
Yeah, most likely.
But we know what's most likely is that Greg Popovich is probably going to die the head coach of the San Antonio Spurs.
It's like college football. You're here for a lifetime.
He's going to die on that damn court.
Yeah, he is.
This is his whole life, bro. As I tweeted, I believe yesterday when the news broke, that Greg Popovich signed a 5-year extension to stay the San Antonio Spurs head coach. This dude's been coaching there my whole life. I'm 26 years old.
Whole life.
There's been no other head coach for the San Antonio Spurs in my lifetime other than Greg Popovich.
One of the best coaches all time.
And I think he's going to be the coach for the rest of my life as well. So it's unbelievable. I seriously thought he was going to hang it up when Timmy Duncan retired a couple years ago.
Same.
And on the same note, and on the same era, almost like
end of an era.
You could almost compare it to, in a way, with like Bill Belichick and Tom Brady with the greatness they brought to their sport.
Yeah.
They never lost.
Never. Always in the playoffs.
I think Greg Popovich's first losing season and not making the playoffs was just like recently. And we're talking like over, obviously, 26-year career.
Yeah. That's nuts. Imagine being that successful.
It would be
just
great.
Year after year.
It would be
after
awesome,
year.
Yeah, it really is unbelievable. Now that he's going to be coaching this next generation of the Spurs with Victor Wembanyama coming in, right? That's how you say his name.
Did you see the games?
Is that how you say it? I mean, let me know if I'm wrong. I don't want to keep saying his name.
Nope. I'm going to let you say it however you want to say it.
I'll appreciate it. Okay.
Anyways, yeah, his first game he stunk.
He said he
Got for
didn't,
like 2 for 13 or whatever.
said he didn't know what he was doing out there.
You're playing basketball. What do you mean you don't know what you're doing?
And like I know, and it's a different speed, I guess, the NBA speed, but
You should know what you're
these
doing.
guys are like still on the same level as you.
Yeah.
Like, this is like it's a summer league. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not gonna go out there and play good. I might hit 1 3. That's about it. Just give me some space. But nonetheless, like it's not actual like NBA guys, right? Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
They're gonna get there, but they're on the same playing level as him. If not, like from the way they were talking about him, they're under his level for sure.
But also, his second game, which I think was either last night.
It was last night. I didn't see the stats. If you want to.
I can't remember all the stats, but I know he dropped 27.
Okay. And I had a feeling
Yeah.
when everyone was talking shit, oh, he's a bust. Fucking first summer league game. Didn't play well, and then I'm like, okay, well, he's about to come out the next game and just fucking tear it up.
Watch some highlights. Nothing but net. It's like he wasn't
That
missing.
motherfucker, like,
Which, how can you miss? You're that tall.
he'll be on one end of the court, take two steps, and he's at the other side of the
Yeah.
court.
2 steps.
So we'll see
And
how
he can
that
shoot.
goes. Shaw Greg Popovich continuing his long stint as the Spurs head coach, carrying on the legacy that is Greg Popovich. But speaking of NBA, there was also some other breaking news in the NBA. We're finally having the in-season tournament.
Oh, brother.
I like it, but I'm completely lost on how the fuck it's going to work and how it's structured.
I think it's just normal NBA games. But if you win them, you're in the you go to Vegas.
Oh, for like the championship, in-season championship?
Championship, yeah. Because I saw the Vegas thing after. Like you get the Final Four. They play in Vegas.
Is it the same building they're playing the Summer League games, like the Sphere?
Probably. That'd be awesome.
Well, here we go. So this is all I know. This is all I can follow so far. If there's anybody watching that could, enlighten us on how the fuck this works. I tried watching the video they put out, and
With,
they lost me.
Richard Jefferson?
Yeah, so Maranto, you might even be able to help us out here because I think it's kind of structured similar to what like some soccer tournaments and everything does.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I was looking at this. But they're all NBA teams.
Yes. So
it's the same league though.
right.
So like in soccer, every country in Europe has what's called like FA Cup. Let me switch my camera real quick. So like England has FA Cup, but every professional football team in England gets a berth, no matter your level. So you know what I mean? Like, so there's a chance that a team from like the third division could play for the championship, and occasionally a really bad team from a second or third division gets high. But what's the difference with this if it's just essentially the same teams?
So
Like there's no if there were minor league NBA level teams in here, like whatever the division below, it would be different. But
so this is definitely just another way to, because I know from my fan perspective, I guess, for the NBA, I kind of fall off in the middle of the season. Like I'm kind of like in and out in terms of like following and watching it. So
Yeah.
I think this is another way to get the fans more engaged and tune into the actual games. I'm not sure if this counts against like their in-season record. I'm assuming it will.
Yeah, because I think it's just normal regular season games when those teams face each other.
Yeah. So
so these aren't more games.
Yeah.
These are just games that they have like another set of standings that they're, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me.
So from my knowledge, what I picked up from the video where their Richard Jefferson shout out was explaining, it has something to do with the previous year's record or something with the playoffs or whatever, and that's how they're grouped with the groups you see on the screen here. I don't know. I don't fucking know. We got to do more research on it, but I love it. Shout out NBA for fucking coming up with something new to get me more engaged in the middle of the season.
Yeah, so like you got some comments on there too. Like they're saying it's similar to World Cup. Yeah, I mean a Club World Cup, which soccer's starting, by the way. And then you got, he said G League. Santino's commenting, it's like G League in season tourney berth? Question. Dylan's like, you need the G League in there. Plus minus 10 players who care about winning the season championship from Santino. So I think like you're right. So the comments on there like that they're trying to draw attention, like you said, to people to watch basketball in December. But I feel if you had a couple other teams in there, like if you had a couple of the high-ranking, like, next-level teams, it'd be kind of interesting. But I just don't know, like, I feel like, do they need more games?
This is the highest of the high, though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how you get...
Do we know when the championship is? Like, do they have a date?
They probably... Well, the tournament begins November 3rd. That says right here.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's going to be, like, a couple weeks long. I don't know.
Because usually Christmas Day they do... really good numbers-wise, people watching.
We got to get an NBA guy on here so they can fully explain.
We need.
I'm interested for sure because I mean, like we seen they tried doing something different even with the playoffs a couple years ago with the play-in games. So far, I mean,
it's been
cool. Miami Heat made it to the finals.
Yeah. If only they could have won. And I say, look at this, they won
because of the play-in tournament.
Yeah. But hey, they still made it there.
I don't know, bro.
The semifinals and the championship are December 7th and 9th, respectively.
Okay,
the knockout team will complete. There's additional money though too.
Yeah, that's what.
There's 67 games across. Each team will continue to play its 82 regular season game, including those games. Wow, that's a lot of It's extra games. It's more games. And one of the other comments on there is that it would be cool if some of the younger stars sat out and could see some younger players. It would be cool. I like it from that standpoint. I agree with that. I like the idea of possibly, if they don't count against your standing, it's a great chance to kind of let some other guys. And that's what they do with soccer, like FA Cup, Champions League. Quite often you'll give other guys, like maybe your backup, like in soccer, maybe your backup goalie, he'll play all your Champions League games versus playing, your Premier League games. Like it's an interesting way to develop talent, and it is, especially if they put the younger guys in, and maybe you rest your older dudes and let your younger guys see what they do. It's it's almost like a development league within the season.
I do think it is set up for like the younger generation of players because I mean just from looking at when they presented like what the trophy was going to look like yesterday, it was like Victor Wembanyama, Banana, you get the drill. Like Trae Young and Pablo Banchero and all them young players, so definitely set up for the future. Nonetheless, I love it.
Yeah, makes me watch basketball.
Hey, they gotta, give them credit for trying something else.
Yeah,
like I would rather have this than the stupid like All-Star game break. I mean,
yeah.
Because
that's gotten worse.
Like that these All-Star games are getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Like,
I do like when they switch to like the pickup game method of like drafting like player pool and everything.
That was cool at first. Now it's
is better. This is a better idea, I think.
Well, you got to give them like some type of something to play for. I mean, sort of. I mean, we talked about it when Buffalo Bill was on the show a couple times when he was here. Like, the MLB All-Star game is cool because the winning team of that conference or whatever, they get home field advantage for the World Series. So if there's a way they could come up with something like that,
to me, baseball's the only one where the All-Star game makes any sense.
Right.
Baseball's the only one because not that there's no impact playing baseball, but it's a different type of impact, versus, football, basketball, hockey.
Yeah.
Soccer, like nobody wants these All-Star games are just parties, and just have the party, and then the little pickup
it's just sort of what NFL's doing.
Yeah, like just have the parties, have some pickup stuff, have some competitions, like I mean, some of the stuff, the stupid skill things they do in hockey make it more interesting.
Right.
Yep.
Well, speaking of baseball, though, this is the time of year we like to watch. This is where I get into it. So that being said, tonight is the Home Run Derby. We kind of touched on it on the last episode Thursday for the Thursday night special. We broke down the bracket here. I didn't think the matchups were set, but now they are set.
They are,
Obviously, it's tonight. We got Robert Jr. taking on in the first round our guy Rutschman.
Yes, sir. No one corrected us yet, so we must be right.
We must be right. Garcia versus, go ahead.
No, you read it. It's your guy.
There's Randy
Rosarena.
Randy
Jeez.
Arozarena. And then on the other side of the bracket, we got Alonzo taking on Rodriguez. Mookie Betts. God damn. See, this is why I got to start watching baseball. This is where I hop into it. So please forgive me. I have not been following. Okay?
You know Mookie Betts though. He's not
I know
new.
Mookie Betts, but I read it as Bettis for some reason. So
Jerome Bettis is playing baseball now?
Yeah,
He's back.
power hitter.
Power hitter. He probably could have been a hell of a power hitter.
This show fucking
guy.
stinks today. God,
I got us off to a great start.
Listen,
Jeez.
never in the morning
Yeah,
again.
never again.
And I was thinking before we came into that, I'm like, damn, like I kind of like this morning show. Like, I could get used to
It's
this.
out of our comfort zone. We'll be better if we ever did it again. I'll go to the staff meeting
We'll be
next time.
better next time.
Jesus Christ.
Or I'll take
We
notes.
better. This is,
I'll take notes at the
Hey.
staff meeting. Apparently, so
we're trying. Hey, whatever.
we're gonna have the noun. We're gonna have just name. Can we just do what like maybe next week a name pronunciation game? Like we just have to try
Just like
to,
Charles Barkley.
yeah,
I mean,
like just try to pronounce names. I think that would be a cool.
all right,
bit.
we'll do that next week.
Awesome.
Because most likely there's going to be nothing else going on. So, all right, well, let's start back from the top, shall we? Now that I know it's.
Yeah, sure.
All right, we got the home run derby tonight, ladies and gentlemen, in Seattle. First round, we have Robert Jr. from the White Sox,
Oh,
Rooshman from the Baltimore Orioles,
sorry.
Garcia from the Texas Rangers,
Uh-huh.
Arozarena.
Oh.
Ooh. A fan favorite, Randy Arozarena, huh?
Fan
Tampa
favorite.
Bay Rays. Other side of the bracket, we got Pete Alonso taking on Julio Rodriguez, the
Oh.
home team favorite. And look at this matchup here. This is going to go down in the history books right here, this matchup.
This matchup?
Mookie Betts of the Los Angeles Dodgers will be taking on Vladdy Guerrero Jr. of the Toronto Blue Jays.
For the Eddie.
What the hell bracket this is?
You want me to break it down?
You don't have to break it down.
Who I think is going to win each round?
Nah, we don't got to do that.
Because I got it right now. I got it.
Let's just hop right to who do you think's going to win this whole thing here?
Oh, just, we already said our guy Roochman.
Okay. Well, on FanDuel, you can get him at plus 2,000
Oh.
if you want to spread the bread a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Segment, we'll be back. Don't worry about that. We're working on that. But
And storyline-wise, you could pick the hometown favorite. Hometown.
and you know what? I think that's what I'm going to do.
Boom. All right, there we go.
I'm going to make up for last year because I had no idea who he was last year. I said, you know what? Let's go with the young bull. But I swayed away, and I forgot. I think I went with Vlad Jr. last year. And I made a big mistake that I tremendously regret. So I'm going to make up for it this year, which is why I'm surprised. You could get Julio Rodriguez right now on FanDuel Sportsbook at plus 500 to win this thing.
Oh.
He's actually the fourth favorite,
Because I was about to say, who is the favorite?
which has me nervous.
Pete Alonso?
Pete Alonso's favorite,
Yeah.
plus 320. Vlad Guerrero Jr., plus 350. Luis Robert Jr., plus 400. Julio, 500, like I mentioned. Adolis Garcia, plus 700. Randy Arozarena, 950. Mookie Betts, 1,800. Then your guy, the underdog, Adley Rooshman, plus 2,000. That's a tough playing field, but I got a bad feeling about it. But I can't pick against the hometown guy. Gotta go with Julio Rodriguez, plus 500.
All right.
Hopefully the bright lights don't get to him this time around.
It's his stadium, so
He's
lights
gonna
aren't too bright.
He's going to be comfortable. And we went over the dimensions last week as well.
We did.
There's going to be a lot of home runs tonight.
We should have looked up righties and lefties, but that's doing a lot. We're just getting back in baseball.
I'm going to learn tonight, though. I mean, like I always say, this is the time of year where I become a baseball fan.
We're baseball fans again for a month.
This will be a baseball show for another 59 days till the NFL season.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit about where we're going tonight. Shall we?
Well, it is Monday.
Before we get into it, I got to ask you, have you been keeping up at all? Do you know what's going on in WWE Monday Night Raw?
I know we watched Friday,
We did.
but that's a whole different show.
Whole different show.
I know a little bit based off last pay-per-view. Not last week, but the weekend before. A little bit. That's all I got.
Okay. Well, in terms of the card tonight, here's what's... Some of it has been announced. Some of this has not.
So I'm scared at what's not announced.
So the Raw preview for tonight in Buffalo, New York, KeyBank Center. Get your tickets wherever the fuck you get tickets from.
Yeah, we don't sell tickets here.
We don't sell tickets, but we would love to see you there.
Come hang out.
Tommaso Ciampa versus The Miz. No DQ match. Ricochet and the newly engaged Logan Paul meet face to face. Holy shit.
And you know Ricochet's my guy.
Yeah, Logan Paul was saying Ricochet fucked up the bit at Money in the Bank, so.
Oh, yeah, because he almost broke his neck.
Yeah, I don't know. We also have Becky Lynch versus Zoe Stark.
Oh, brother.
Which makes me curious as to if we're going to be seeing Trish Stratus tonight.
Yeah, you know why?
My goat.
You know why? DQ.
She got a broken nose. Hey, Trish, I hope you're all right with that broken nose. You didn't deserve that.
She has a broken nose.
Yeah, she fucking broke the fuck out of her nose.
She deserved it, okay?
When she's on the East Coast, that bitch pointing west, man.
Damn.
She look like a compass. Then we also have Drew McIntyre and Riddle versus Imperium.
Let's go.
We get to hear Samantha Irvin do Leonardo da Vinci.
What?
Or what was his name?
Not Leonardo da Vinci.
I thought that was his name.
Probably not. I don't know their names, though, so I could be wrong, but...
Leonardo da Vinci. You should know. Where's the fuck is your horn? You should know what this guy's fucking name. What's your problem?
What's your problem? I had to not wear it today. I was self-conscious.
So what the fuck did you earn it for?
Don't worry about it.
Social media is loving this shit right now. They're all taking it in. We actually had someone ask. He said, "Excuse me, Brother Brent, how do I earn one?" The people want to know, man. Let them know how you fucking got it so they can fucking reap the benefits.
Listen, I can't tell you how I got it, but I can tell you can earn one. That's it.
Maranta, you know anything about this?
Only real Italians can earn it.
The Italian horn, like necklace thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, I won't wear one of those. I'm Italian and I won't wear one of those.
All right, take the camera off of you. Okay.
I'm just not
Why?
because
You're not a real Italian.
I'm
Yeah.
a real Italian,
I don't
but
know
I'm not a
about that.
Pine
You just said
Avenue
that.
Italian. Okay, like to me, and I'm shouting it out. Yes, that's my hard take. I'm
What
not
the fuck
wearing
is
the
your-
horn. How you doing? Like I'm not. That's not my kind of Italian.
So
I'm
what?
not that kind of Italian. I'm
So
a-
what's
like,
your
What
Italian?
the fuck Italian are you then?
I'm not a. Okay, I'm gonna just say it. I'm just gonna say it, and I'm
Brother.
allowed to because I'm in the club. okay?
How can this show get any worse?
I'm not a Guido
Let's-
Italian.
oh,
I'm not a
geez.
Guido. And the
He's from
Italians
North
like
Italy,
me,
yeah?
we know what we're. We know. Listen, we Italians, we know what we're talking about. Okay.
This dude's
How you
from North
doing?
Italy.
Tony, how you doing, man? Like I'm not on The Sopranos, okay? I'm not. I'm not in Goodfellas. I'm not
I am.
that dude.
Are
And
you saying?
Slick my hair.
Are you saying because? I don't want to say because it's gonna hurt my feelings. It kills me to say. You're not a real Italian.
I'm a real
Is that
Italian.
what's going on?
I'm a real Italian. I just don't have to act like I live in the market.
He doesn't say what type of pasta he's using.
Yeah.
He just says, I'm eating pasta.
And I'll tell you, I'm a like I don't identify with like just a stupid voice or something.
Whoa!
Oh my God!
Sorry, I gotta say it. I gotta say it. People and I.
He said, you and your stupid voice. Where's the gabagool?
You don't say that.
I mean, I like
You know
all.
where it's at, though.
Well, I've never. I know
Oh,
where it's
never
at. But
mind.
I've never owned
Never
one.
mind.
Oh
I've never
my
owned
God.
one. Like,
Never
and I don't
mind.
know if there's a exclusive club.
The gabagool we're talking about.
Oh, well, okay. I don't think you know what you're talking about. Your Italian accent needs a lot of work, by the way. You need to get on YouTube and work on that.
What the fuck, man?
Wow.
I can't believe this. What's going on here today?
You asked.
Phony macaroni. Maranto.
Listen,
He's a
we
phony.
make sauce, we make pasta, we
Boy.
do all that. We,
Not the
we
right
hand
one,
make
apparently.
Pasta, we hand make pasta at our house.
You won't tell me which kind, though.
Well, because the wife does it. I don't. I just eat it.
Is it good at least?
I make sure it all gets dried out. You got to dry it out. I got a rack for drying the pasta when we make it. I know what I'm doing.
All right, he might be real. Then.
I know what I'm talking about.
He just don't got the horn.
I just don't got the horn.
Fuck.
Sorry. I'm sorry to
I was
disappoint.
thinking this whole time he had the horn on him.
No. If you got the horn, then you have to wear it. Then you have to display
That's what the
it,
fuck.
right?
That's the point I'm trying to make here.
I will agree with you. If you're gonna go all in, then that horn's got to stay on. You can't take it off. You can't just wear it once in a while. It's like
Yes, I can.
everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's Day. No, if
Hey,
you're
you
gonna,
can't tell me how to live my life. Okay, I earned it.
See. All right.
It's hanging up.
Anyways,
It's got the light on it. It's a prized possession.
Anyways, we're gonna hear Samantha Irvin tonight say, "Leo Vinci." Okay, so we're gonna leave it at that. That's what we're looking forward to tonight.
Okay.
That's on the fucking card. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
We're also gonna see the Alpha Academy have a celebration for Maxine Dupree.
Did she pass?
She completed the fucking academy.
Here we go. All right.
Shout out Maxine. And then finally, Cody Rhodes is rumored to challenge Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Will we see Brock Lesnar tonight?
Yeah. Duh.
Are we going to be sitting in our seats, enjoying the venue and everything that's going on within it? Blah, blah, blah.
Didn't.
Brock Lesnar.
Did. He comes from our suite.
You're giving out our location.
Yeah.
Lenova Pizza, baby.
They're gonna see us, dude, right?
If the spotlight gets put on us, I think I'm flipping everybody off.
Oh no, I was talking about like if we take a picture and post it. Like they're gonna figure it out at some
Oh,
point.
I thought you meant on the program.
You know what? That too. All right. We're loud enough. They'll hear us.
So my question is what the fuck is Seth Rollins doing tonight? Seth freaking Rollins.
Anything he wants. He's a champion.
Yeah, he's supposed. His whole gimmick. Okay, so here's the difference between the good guys
Here we go.
and the bad guys. The good guys have to be there with their championship every episode, every show. When you're the bad guy, people hate you because you're the champion and you don't show up.
Yes.
Seth freaking Rollins has to show up tonight because he's the good guy, and people want to see him because he's the world champion, and he's a nice guy.
Nice guy.
Everyone wants to sing his song.
Is he gonna wrestle tonight too? Cause I hope so.
I don't know against who. So I think they're wrapping up him in the Judgment Day. Because
Yes and no, because the priest.
Well, money. Yeah, you're right. But at Money in the Bank, Damian Priest screwed it up for Finn Balor.
So maybe he just comes out just cause, and they both come out.
But then now, tomorrow, Judgment Day is going to be on NXT.
Oh, they're not gonna be there.
Maybe though. It's only in Florida. They got to fly to.
That's true, but still, they're already in Florida.
I want to see Dom
And Rhea Ripley.
Diarrhea Ripley.
What do you mean by that?
You didn't see that sign?
No.
This kid had a sign at one of the Raws recently. It said Diarrhea Ripley. And it's just stuck in my head. I can't get it out.
What's wrong with you?
I didn't make the sign. I mean, what are you looking forward to most on Monday Night Raw tonight, Brendan?
Cody Rhodes.
So you do the whoa.
That's it, yeah.
Because I seen he was in Buffalo last year when he first came back. I think it was like 2 weeks after. No one did the whoa yet, but it was the entrance was still awesome. I think you were with us. You weren't?
No, I went to AEW with you guys,
Okay,
not
I'll
WWE.
be losing track, son.
Too many shows.
If I had to guess, I probably have over close to 20 in my book.
You're supposed to take a picture each time you go.
Yeah, you're right. I should have done that. The most
Should have done it when you were 10.
One of the most memorable ones, Maranto, you might enjoy this one. So we walk in. This was SmackDown 2014. We get up to the second level, and fucking Bob Backlund is just standing there. You know, just trying to do like a photo op or whatever. But the problem was they didn't have any signs to like advertise it. Hey, fucking Bob Backlund's here, one of the like most legendary wrestlers of all time. He's got one of the longest world title reigns ever in history. He's up there.
All time.
He want to take your picture with him? Go ahead, $20. It wasn't advertised. He was literally just standing in the hall next to one of them like oval tables or whatever.
Okay, so he was set up. Okay.
He had the whole gimmick on, you know, the bow tie,
Suspenders.
and everything, the suspenders. So I'm like, yo, Bob Backlund, man. I was like, yo, let me get a picture with you, man. Like a big fan. He said, like, what the fuck you mean? Like, what are you doing here then? Like, you're just standing there. He goes like this. So I look over. It's literally just one little itty bitty camera, like little Sony fucking, not even like a camera. Like, it was the cheapest camera you could possibly ever see. Just set up on a tripod with like a white backdrop behind it, like 2 pictures of Bob Backlund. So I'm like, I said, no, just right here. I got my fucking.
It'll take 2 seconds.
I got my phone. Like, let's
Yeah.
just take a selfie. 'Cause I think that's when selfies were starting to become a thing. That's when they're,
Yeah.
the front camera on the iPhone and everything. I just want a selfie, man. He said,
How many people
no,
at that
everyone.
event would have recognized who he was?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, the
everyone-
younger fans wouldn't know who he is, right? So
probably not, but there's
wouldn't you think like your career's done, so to speak, right? Wouldn't you be excited? Wow, somebody still remembers me.
Yeah.
also that, yes.
That's how I would look at it.
But also, I was also confused because obviously there's
And he's at the event.
yeah.
He's not like he's at the mall or he's eating
Right.
dinner somewhere and you're bothering him.
Like, you're there to take pictures. You
You're
have a
there to
camera
do
set up
this,
and
brother.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have to pay for use the little crappy Sony camera? Or I mean,
yeah, it was $20.
that's
to take a
why.
picture with him.
Because you were cheating him out of his $20.
But the thing was, he wasn't even standing by. He was like,
That's not your fault. That's not his
that's what I'm
fault.
saying. But there's the advertising.
He was
I'm
on
saying.
a break, I guess.
Listen,
I
you
don't
should
know.
have just walked up next to him after he said no. Just that's
Well, I
it.
do
real quick.
Next week I have a picture. So Dylan luckily
All
snapped
right.
the picture over my shoulder.
You
I'm
see how
literally
angry
arguing
in
with
it?
him.
Let's
We're
bring
going back.
I
we're
want
going
that
back
picture
and
up
forth.
there. Yeah, I want like that. I won't gotta have that picture ready. I won't fuck that up. I'll have it ready to go. So
We'll be better next week.
yeah.
Today was rough.
I do have to say I do like this Cody Rhodes. Like he's very entertaining, and I've been
Oh, yeah,
watching
you did
some
watch
videos.
him, yeah.
No, I've been watching some videos on this dude. I got into this guy. I like his look. I like the whole. To me, like he's such a throwback to like.
Typical baby face.
Yeah, but he's a throwback to a lot of the wrestlers like back when in the late '80s, early '90s. Like in terms of
Yeah,
like
'cause
the
of his dad.
marketing and the look and
Yeah.
everything. I just kind of I like kind of the throwback quality. The kind of and again how he's kind of reminds you of the Homelander from The Boys and all that stuff. I like
Yes.
the whole. I like that they did that connection to that. Like that type of character. I like that a
Yeah.
lot. I think he's very entertaining.
Yeah, and I like even you said he brings back like that old school vibe to him in terms of just like in terms of like the wrestling aspect. Like
Yeah.
that was one of the things he wanted to push because he technically started AEW. And that's one of the things he wanted to bring back was like the territory style, bring in a different wrestler every week and let them go to like different indie shows and everything. Bring in like different world championships so they represent like their territory and
Right.
company they work for and everything. So he is, especially with the group he grew up with too, being the son of like Dusty Rhodes and everything. So he grew up around all like that style and that work ethic and what have you, the character and storytelling. That's one of the best things his dad was best at, was the storytelling and the over-the-top persona in his character.
Yeah, for sure.
So
No,
and they make it real.
And I know they've incorporated that in. You told me about it. They incorporated it into the story, like his backstory, that who his father is and all that stuff. And I don't know. I think there's a lot of cool stuff with that. And you got to give it to WWE. They keep finding like
Give it to who?
the whole organization. They keep finding ways to bring in more and more.
What was their name?
What did I say? What did I say, Ron?
WWE.
I threw an extra W in there.
You just kept
I
going. That's all
stumbled,
right.
man.
I got it.
WWE.
So you
The
gotta
whole
say it-
organization,
you
they
gotta say it
keep
like
bringing
Michael
in new
Cole.
guys. They keep bringing in new guys.
So this is how Michael Cole. He said the WWE. Like he'll be talking fast, then he just the WWE.
Get that extra slip in there. Sorry.
That's
I
probably why
hope
he
you
says
have a
it like
great
that.
time.
I love
it's
it.
great.
Man. I love it. Like and the thing too is like you get away from like reality. Like you go in there and it's just like you get into the show. You're not thinking of anything else going outside of that arena.
Yep.
You buy into the story, even if you don't like the person that's out there or you do like them. It's entertainment nonetheless. You're still engaged, so definitely a scapegoat for sure.
Buffalo's always seems to be a good show too. I feel like
Yeah.
always
You
a
know.
decent crowd.
Yeah.
Because the last Raw that came to town last year, it was jam packed.
my nephew always goes and he always talks highly of it. He'll be there tonight. He always gets good seats down close to the ring. He always,
even if you don't like it or keep up with it, they catch you up to speed with everything when you're there. Like they'll play the video clips on the board. It's just a hell of a time. It's fun. So, yeah, we're looking forward to that tonight. Hell of a show today. Debut of the Pundits Playbook. Hopefully, Jacob Money Martineau will be here next week. I don't know what Maranto did with him. I don't know if it has anything to do with the horn necklace.
It might be.
Or the pasta. If Marty's hanging up on the pasta board somewhere.
I don't know.
T's and P's to him. Hopefully he comes back in one piece next week.
Hope I come back in one piece. I got a lot. There's gonna be a lot of people looking for me. Gotta
Here you're in big trouble today.
lay low. I gotta go to a safe house or something.
Brandon might be back.
Maybe back on the ones and twos.
All right. So next week, AFC South. I guess we're gonna be playing how to pronounce a name game.
Yeah.
We'll come up with something with that because
I'm good at it too. So we're.
that should be interesting. We'll see how we come up with that.
Have one person actually know how to say it.
Who's
Just
that?
so then we
Is it
know.
gonna be you?
The internet.
I guess.
Well, let's just go like what does that have to say?
Yeah,
Siri,
or we just look up
like,
people.
Like Alexa, how do you say this name?
She's gonna say, "Go
You might need
fuck
like an
yourself."
internet expert.
Or we just have the fans tell us that we're a bunch of scumbags who don't know how to
Yeah,
pronounce
maybe.
people's names.
Well, nonetheless, you guys could go ahead and call us scumbags and whatever else you want to call us on our socials at @TankTalk_pod. Boom! Follow everything we got going on. I think we're finally back settled in the saddle.
For now.
We're getting back on track. Working on a few things. Got a lot of things coming up. Potential new sponsors. If you want to sponsor the show, let us help you help us. So on and so forth. If you're looking to promote your product, any type of service you offer, please contact tankproductions716@gmail.com. We can get the conversation going on that. A new set is being built. We're getting closer and closer. If Marantha, you want to give us an update, we're going to go check it out tonight or after, as soon as we get off of here.
Yeah, we're building. We're building a whole nother area of podcasts. I showed another person it this morning because it's nice and it's a much bigger space, more panel discussions. So we're going to use that for at least 2 podcasts,
Hell yeah.
but it's flexible enough to be used for as many as we want. So we'll be up to 3 full, highly functioning podcast studios. Theoretically, multiple podcasts going at the same time. Theoretically, so we're
right.
just building the dream. Building the dream.
That's right. So as I just lost a few inches on my height here in my chair, we will be diving into the world that is sports this week. Hopefully 59 days away from football, nothing else really going on. So we're going to keep previewing these divisions up until week 1, Chiefs, Lions.
We'll power through it.
We'll let you know how Monday Night Raw goes. Everybody tune in. Join the conversation next week. Join the conversation at TankTalk_pod. And we'll see you next week, hopefully.